What up? It's Grandpa coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. All right, so a month so back, I made a video talking about Vince Carter. It was a short one, but now I'm gonna expand on the whole thing about him not wanting to be a dunker at the beginning of his career with Toronto, and looking at him this past All Star weekend and seeing him embracing the the title of one of the greatest dunkers of all time in the NBA. So, Vince Carter, used to play for North Carolina. As just an aside, I used to be like a major North Carolina fan back in the late '80s when I started watching college basketball. Uh, I liked the colors, and they would, like Dean Smith was coaching them at that time. They were like one of the big dogs of the ACC, although they just couldn't get over the hump to win the title. And they won the title in about like 91 or 92 when they beat Michigan. That was Dean Smith final title. I don't think he won, but he didn't win. His last win in the NCAA's was when Jordan hit that shot. Had a lot of talent come through though. They just wasn't able to, put it all together to win uh, March Madness. And why is March Madness starting so late? But anyway, all right. So comes out of North Carolina. He's playing with Rasheed Wallace. Was he playing with Rasheed Wallace? No, it was Antoine Jameson. I'm sorry. Him and Antoine Jameson was playing together. Um, he had some of the most crazy dunks in college, man. Like you used to turn on Sports Center, they show a North Carolina game, and Vince Carter would always have one of them crazy dunks. Be like, holy, like hold your head, like damn. So then he gets drafted, comes into the NBA, gets drafted by Toronto. He explodes on the scene with the craziest dunks coming into the NBA. Like it was wild. Like, and that was the lockout year that it was his first year, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was his. Yeah, it was the lockout year when he came on the scene. So he was doing his thing. He was killing. Then they build him up around about 2000. McGrady's about to hit the market. Him and McGrady had put it together that year. They was killing. They was a nice little combination. It was a shame that McGrady left because I think that would have helped both of them out in the long run, being together. That it just wasn't meant to be because McGrady wanted to play more and he wanted to get paid, I guess. And he left Toronto, so then he was there by himself. He starts cracking under the pressure because they want him to be the face of the league, and Toronto, he's their biggest star ever. So he famously, some say he quit. I want to say, I mean, I somewhat agree because he just stopped. He just stopped caring. So then he gets traded to New Jersey. Uh, Gets with Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd sets him up with some nice passes, and he's doing his thing. But they don't win the title. I was thinking, and when the trade happened, I was like, man, if Jason Kidd can take that team and he took to the finals back to back years, if he get Vince Carter and he got pretty much the same team, it shouldn't be no problem. But alas, they could not get past. I know they couldn't get past Philly, but and I think they played Milwaukee, but they weren't in any kind of, they weren't in the running for the championship. So he, after New Jersey, that's when he started becoming uh, the perfect journeyman. He had a stop in Orlando, had a stop in Dallas, I had a stop in Atlanta, maybe another team, but he became a journeyman like his last few seasons. He seemed like he was just okay with just being out there. He wasn't trying to go to a championship contender, even though it was a couple years where he could have. Then he retires at the age of almost 40, if not 40. He was really close to 40, if not. And now he's a commentator. So, like, his whole thing back then in Toronto was he didn't want to be known as a dunker. That's the reason why he didn't do the dunk contest again. If he would have done the dunk contest, just say at least maybe 2 other times, maybe that would have pumped up the competition. Because just imagine, even though it was never going to happen, but imagine him dunking off against LeBron. Because LeBron came in 2003, Vince Carter was still kind of still in his prime, his athletic prime. Hell, he can dunk still now at the age he's at. So it would have been wild to see if him and LeBron would have. Man, that would have been wild. We all know what would have happened, and he didn't want none of that. So yeah, so it's kind of ironic that now all these years have passed and he's out the league. Now he's embracing the whole greatest dunker of all time thing. So that's my thoughts on Vince Carter. More than a dunker. So Grandpa signing off. Peace.